Old school, dial up, log in. It's the past meets the present, so let's begin. Embrace all the labels until the labels lose meaning, while the nerdcore army keeps repeating its greeting. Suck at her back and all ignorant haters. You can't step to the new crew or the originators. Like I said, nerdcore is here to stay. Our devotion and tenacity will keep it that way. Got no need for elitism or monopoly. The future has nothing to gain from exclusivity, and our proclivity for learning and adapting means the nerd is the word for those who know what's happening. We know who we are and we wear it with pride, but try not to dwell on the labels that divide. So we're smashing the boundaries to stake our claim on the scene. No borders, y'all. RPM 2017.
Ross still wore an expression which showed the poor opinion which he had formed of my companion's ability, but I saw by the inspector's face that his attention had been keenly aroused. "You consider that to be important?" he asked. "Exceedingly so." "Is there any point to which you would wish to draw my attention?" "To the curious incident of the dog in the night time." "The dog did nothing in the night time." "That was the curious incident," remarked Sherlock Holmes.
Should be consumers.
It's hard to determine what this Dr. Proximo is supposed to be a doctor of. His bio states that he has PhDs in temporal mechanics and particle physics from Thunderwood College, a non-accredited institution which lists neither of those disciplines in their degree program. The paper in question cites no sources and amounts to little more than a series of thought experiments and fanciful hypotheticals, seemingly designed to dismiss or justify any potential changes to the timeline should he happen to actually somehow manage to travel to the past.
Wow.
Uniform 24/7. No reply when I ticked at 11:10, and I swear you only tell me what I wanna hear. The real thoughts buried deep beneath the love and fears. I'm in a muddle, lost inside a puzzle here. Honestly, right now I don't really see no love in here. But I saw something in you, something in us. But I can't see a future without the trust. So I'm reminiscing visions I had at Parkers. Can't listen but finish what I started. Paint a picture like an artist. You're looking like the victim, but really I am the target. And I ain't asking for anyone's energy. I swear medically I'm needing the remedy or therapy to stop myself feeling so heavily. Mentally I haven't been acting how I'm meant to be.
It's not a project or experiment, and it's not mere sentiment. It's a testament to how it started and how far it went. It's about what it meant when two became more than friends, where it went wrong and how you never really dealt with it. Reminiscing on it with the 20/20 hindsight, trying to convince yourself it just wasn't timed right. And maybe you're right, it's hard to say, but neither of you wanted it to end mind that way. It's a long road to the path of healing and forgiveness, and you can't deny the reasons you first got into this. But nothing is forever, hearts and people change, and sometimes escape is what you need to stay sane. It does no good to dwell on a past you can't change. Now you're less likely to fall prey to mind games. So learn from the past but keep marching forward on beat. In other words, you gotta be sorry, not sorry.
Unfortunately, yes. You do believe me, don't you, Malvina?
Why, yes, dear, of course. and these low-plane spirits, do you really see them, Cosmo?
Actually, I only see them when they've stored up enough ectoplasm. When then they materialize right before my eyes.
Those ponderings are largely based in multiverse theory, another fascinating but mostly baseless and experimentally unprovable hypothesis, to state that any successful act of time travel simply shifts which universe one inhabits, and can therefore not have any effect on the universe which one has departed from.
Not a goal, it's a journey. It don't stop, world's always turning. Always aiming to get better, get your shit together, and remember to never stop learning. Your path is not predetermined. And once you check out, there's no return. Scratch where it itches, don't dwell on the riches, and be careful about the bridges that you're burning. Keep your ear to the ground for opportunity. Take advantage of the strength of the community. Learning lessons from the hurts, never giving up the search, cause you know sometimes it works out beautifully. Always be prepared like a bomb kit. Whether it's a choice or a promise. And don't stress out so much, fam, you got this. No conspiracy. Just the real world we see empiric. Temptations abound, easy answers all around, and the nonsense found in some therapies. It's hard not to be confrontational when faced with claims so sensational. Keep your bias in check, cause the more you inspect, it's hard not to expect posters full of bull. Animate your mind like a Disney flick. Keep it weird like Mix's Piddler. We can help you brave the storms, don't worry about the norms, and if you're tempted to conform, don't give in to it. Don't get locked down, try to find your part. Always stay true to what's in your heart, and every now and then you need a restart.
Should be consumers.
The Adventure of Captain Courage, being the first in the Monday through Friday entries transcribed from the log of the ship Falcon. We invite you to join us each evening at this time as we present the story of an American sailing captain and his ship, whose cargo is action, intrigue, and romance, as it burns across the pages of America's sailing history.
coming on strong. Won't be long till I see the break of dawn and move on. All those suckers that said I couldn't do this, gonna prove them wrong with this song. Oh no, I can't slow down now, tear it up like I'm cruising on the Autobahn. Flowing like a pro, cause it ain't no con, it's the real deal and it goes on and on. On the stage, mic in hand is where I belong and where I'm inclined to set it off and drop bombs. See what I'm saying before too long. You see, they're trying to step to me is just wrong. Like a chess master with the words as my pawn, like a wizard with a microphone as my wand. Elegant like Jenkin Pawn, powerful like King Kong, legendary like Dylan's Blonde on Blonde, loud and clear like a Chinese gong, nice and smooth like a Don Juan, smoking like Cheech and Chong, dropping deaf tracks for you to smile upon, rhyme all day long and so on and so on and so on. Yo, what's the length of this song? Cause the clock's run out, see you later, gone.
Hours later, we docked at Avalon. The clouds that had been on the horizon were now overhead and looking very soggy. Roderick, the late Mr. Spangler's secretary, in a striped silk shirt, gold hickok cufflinks, polka dot bow tie, and derby, was waiting for us with a launch. And after we had all shivered through another spray-splashed, wave-bucking hour and a half, we finally pulled into a small cove. A house squatted alone on a point of rocks 100 practically vertical feet above the water. And as we laboriously made our way up to it, the rains came. Julius Spangler would have loved it. When the door closed behind us, everyone dashed for the nearest fireplace, except...
It offers nothing at all to support the multiverse theory in the first place, and no experimental data to suggest that such a shift would occur, outside of the vague notion that the universe, or multiverse as the case may be, has a partiality towards balance, and therefore assumes that heretofore undiscovered laws of physics would force a time traveler into a situation where creating a paradox would be an impossibility. At the risk of giving the good doctor's theories too much credit, such a position would be naive at best and reckless at worst.
And avoid the more in those hours of darkness when the powers of evil are exalted. Hours of darkness. And avoid the more in those hours of darkness when the powers of evil are exalted.
Each and every one of us has a dark side. We all have parts of ourselves we try to hide. But don't pretend that it's not there, don't get complacent. You gotta stare it down and keep it in check, you gotta face it. Both an adversary and a constant companion. The key is to see and to seek understanding. You need the contrast of the darkness to appreciate the light. Can only praise the day if you acknowledge the night, right? We each have our own unique struggles in life, so I won't pretend to know exactly what yours is like, but I can promise I've hit rock bottom more than once. When you're there, it's a rough paradigm to confront. And honestly, that's when temptation is strongest, cause it just seems easier to give into the darkness. But trust me, as someone who's seen both sides of the fight, it's always better to light a candle than give into the night.
Hours of darkness.
This is not the end. It is not even the beginning of the end. But it is perhaps the end of the beginning.
In this rap game, sometimes it's hard to see what's real. Cause when it comes to posers, the scene's a minefield. There's fake MCs everywhere you look, and a few fake nerds who never even cracked a book. So do us a favor and wake up. Stop downloading and promoting that fake stuff. We all want a payday, but some take that pay cut cause it's all about the music, not the bucks. But when real nerds step to the mic,
that's right,
we spit truth cause it's about life.
So tight.
And I think you can count on us,
Geeks and nerds,
to dispense all the best fresh cuts.
Oh, word.
You can see what the effort is worth,
Quite a lot.
Cause the geeks shall inherit the earth.
That's the plot.
And it's not open for debate.
Not anymore.
We don't front, there's no need to fake.
Tell 'em the source.
Don't sleep, y'all, just peep these dope tracks. So deep you won't want to go back. You know that we got skills to spare, saying oh snap, cause we will declare. And even when we gotta rush it, these deadlines are fine, just bust it. No crunk shit, we don't care about the charts. Can't touch this, cause we're bearing our hearts all in. Many sources of inspiration and source files and source codes kept us going for quite a while. And yeah, I got these spectacles, what did y'all expect of me? Don't you know that these days nerds are sexy? No brag intended though, I ain't taking credit. It's been a long process, but folks are starting to get it. The Big Bang Theory is part of a larger movement. We've all got a place, so let's do this. It's not complicated at all.
No joke.
We're in this, we won't drop the ball.
Go for broke.
And it's not just about the technology. It's about how our foes get wrecked.
Y'all can see.
No question, this is our time.
Oh my.
They can't stop us spitting these rhymes.
Why try?
Strength in numbers, don't doubt it's a scene.
True dat.
And we're ready, it's time to be seen.
It's a fact.
Sometimes we might get long-winded, and yeah, sometimes it's intended. In the end, it's clear that we're all standing tall. We extend this invitation to all, so trust in the force of progress. That train's on the track, can't stop this. We lock this, and we do all we can. We got this, and we're not going anywhere.